Airbnb can be extremely lucrative, but can also be extremely terrifying when first starting out with hosting strangers. Whether it's your own personal property or doing Airbnb arbitrage. Either way, it could be scary letting a random person stay in your house that could potentially destroy your place. I've been renting out one of my personal apartments on Airbnb for the last 3 years now and reached superhost status. I can speak from years of personal experience through trial and error of the top things I wish I personally would have known before starting to host on Airbnb. These tips can either make you more money every month or dramatically reduce the amount of headaches and time that come with hosting. I honestly wish someone would have told me these tips before I started and I could have saved a lot of time and headaches. But anyways, let's jump right into this list. This list is going to be in no particular order, but we're going to be starting out with number 5, which is going to be to list your property on VRBO. So personally, I always thought listing on other websites was just a distraction, taking away time from Airbnb since they have the largest market share when it comes to the short-term rental business, but you could be potentially missing out on thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars with not listing on VRBO. So it took me about 3 years to convince myself that I should finally list my property on VRBO, and I thought I would just be wasting time since on Airbnb I have a 4.9 superhost status. But now I am kicking myself in the butt because I wish I would have done this since day one. I'm already booked 3 times in the last month with VRBO with 0 reviews on there. And especially since nowadays VRBO seems to be advertising everywhere. So if you just duplicate your Airbnb listing over, it's basically like free advertising since it doesn't cost you anything and increases the chances of people booking your listing. Plus, it literally only took me about 20 minutes to copy my listing over since I already have all the information, the job description, and the outline on Airbnb, and I just copied it. Number 4 is going to be to have an electronic keypad and door lock. So it sounds really simple, but it's really going to help with time management on Airbnb. So now you won't have to go there in person and give the guests the keys. And if you were saying, why not just use a lockbox? Well, a lockbox can easily be smashed and broken into. Plus, you're basically just advertising to people that are walking by that if they break the lockbox, they will most likely get a key that will allow them to access the property. Also, there's a bunch of other benefits with having an electronic keypad. Number 1, it's safer. You can give each guest their very unique passcode to get in and have it expire whenever you want, so whenever their booking finishes. Plus, I give separate codes out to the cleaners and handyman. And through the app, you could also see when everyone is using the code. So if I want to see what time the cleaners got in at, I could check that on my phone. Plus, nowadays, there's websites out there that can automatically send the new codes to the guests and completely automate the check-in process. Number 3 on the list is going to be to smash the like button. Just kidding, but it really does help out this channel and shows that you guys like these types of videos. The real number 3 is going to be to automate the messaging. People used to pay for automated messages through other companies, but as last month, Airbnb updated this site to now allow it to do it for free. So now I use automatic messaging for everything to give instructions to check in, after the first night, the checkout process, and asking them to leave a review. And so this whole process saves me a lot of time because now I only send messages to guests if they have a unique question or if there's some kind of issue. So automatic messages, I would say kind of reduce about 80% of the messages I used to send myself. So if you're interested in what messages to send or just want to copy them for yourself, there's going to be a link down below in the description box that will send you to my website and you can literally just copy them and use them for yourself. Number 2 on the list, and probably the most important tip, is going to be to get a cleaner. The cleaner does more than just clean. A cleaner can also check for damage, let you know what to leave as a review, check the inventory, and see if there's anything wrong with the property. Automating the cleaning process can save you so much time. Usually the cleaner will turn into your property manager as time goes on. I personally use the Turnover B&B app that is designed for Airbnb cleaners and hosts. The app is not perfect by any means, but I've tried a few other sites out there and apps and ended up going with this one, and it's the best one that I found. For reference for pricing, I spent about $130 to turn over a 3-bedroom, 1-bath place to do all the sheets, the bedding, and the towels. So for the last and final tip we have is to take professional pictures. So as of last month, Airbnb actually removed all the titles from their listings. Airbnb realized that most people are only looking at the pictures. So if you're not playing that card and having professional pictures taken, you are seriously behind the 8 ball. After looking at these 2 pictures, what place would you rather stay at? I think it's pretty clear and obvious that professional pictures go a super long way. You might be saying to yourself, Kevin, it's fine. I have the latest and greatest iPhone that can take great quality pictures on my phone for free. But trust me, it doesn't compare to the professional cameras and professional editing out there, especially if your other competition is using it on Airbnb. You can't use the excuse that you don't know where to hire a professional photographer, since you could hire one on Airbnb to take the pictures and edit them for you. I have personally done this myself and it's super easy. Also, Airbnb doesn't charge you outright, instead they just take it out of your next booking. Here are some bonus tips that did not make the original list but are still extremely helpful. Number 3 on the bonus list is going to be to use a third-party booking software to optimize your pricing. So it is very cheap to use and will help you to optimize the amount of money you make every month. You might be saying, well, Airbnb already has a feature out there that lets it update and change the pricing depending on if it's like a holiday or if there's a lot of demand. But Airbnb's feature optimizes the amount of stays, which optimizes their revenue and not yours. Number 2 for the bonus is going to be to automate the door check-in for new guests. So there's apps out there like Airbnb that will automatically send a new code to the new guest and also expire it so they cannot just get access whenever. The last and final bonus is going to be to update your profile picture. This sounds really simple, but trust me, this does go a long way. If you're going to book with someone, usually it's going to be through friends and family. And if they're looking at your profile, you want to come off as friendly and someone that you know you would want to stay in their Airbnb. So that's why I changed it from my LinkedIn profile picture to a nice family-friendly one. Well, that's it for the top 5 best tips for Airbnb hosts. Tell me down below in the comments which one on this list is the most important in your opinion. Are there any other tips that were not mentioned in this video but you think would be a huge help for other hosts on Airbnb to know? If you made it through all the video, show that you're a true fan and post your comment with starting with Airbnb pets dash and then your comment. If this video brought you any kind of value, please make sure to subscribe and share the video. Feel free to check out all the other videos on my channel about different side hustles that I've tried and to learn more about personal finance. I'll see you guys in the next one, and this is Kevin, your financial tutor, signing off. Peace.